Hey, today we're gonna be talking a little bit about farming. It's a very basic but very important part of the game, in my opinion, because farming is really how I'm going to gain XP for the heroes that I actually want to use. And it's going to be how I make feeders into pseudo cauldrons to actually ascend those important heroes that I do want to use. So in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about farming strategies and building the farming team, and also how to use farming along with the training camps to gain XP in an efficient way. So we can see that my training camps have some heroes ready, and what you can see is these are all at level 29, ready to be leveled up to 30. And what's neat is that they were all done at the same time, so I can click on them all without wasting my time going in to click just one and then, I don't know, like 30 minutes later come in and click on another one. I really like to be able to click all four at one time, and in that way they're coordinated and it's really efficient. So I'm just going to level them up and they're going to disappear. So now I need to find more heroes to fill my training camps. Well, I actually don't have any heroes ready at the moment because I didn't do a good job of preparing in advance. So we're going to quickly do that now. It only takes a couple of minutes, and it's a good opportunity to show you how I set up my farming team, what are the options, and at what point do I feed them back into the training camps. So we're going to exit for a second, and we're going to go into campaign, and I usually farm in Sacred Grove number 3. We can talk about that in a later video. And let's remove everyone first. The person I normally bring to farm Sacred Grove is Soliana, so we can have a quick look at her. Her crit rate is 102, so she's going to be able to crit every time she hits the enemy. The enemy is yellow and purple. And her mana gain, it says here 24, but she's actually going to get another point from her passive, so it's going to be effectively 25. Her speed is 275, which is faster than the fastest enemy, so she's going to go first. And we can dig deep into Soliana in another video, but what I really love about Soliana is this passive ability gains 50 mana at the start of each wave. That's on max, obviously. So you're going to see in a few seconds how nice that is, how fast that is. But first, let's pick some people to bring. So I know from experience that Sacred Grove is a really safe place for me to farm. It's very rare that I lose a battle, but just to make sure things go smoothly, I can try to bring a bit of red and a bit of yellow or purple, and then the last one doesn't really matter. I've prepared these in advance. They're basically heroes that I'm not going to use, and I have multiple copies of them, so I don't mind feeding them away. So I have the green dragon to give heal in case I need it, but let's just have a look. So this farming is 1 + 4, Soliana plus 4 feeders. That was the first one done. So that's really fast, right? 25 seconds. So we're going to repeat this a few times. And I found that I can bring Soliana to level up my uncommon heroes as well. So that's really nice. If I've run out of rares for any reason, that I can use uncommons and still level them up in Hell using Sacred Grove. And the other thing that was an important finding for me is that I know, see again, 28 seconds. I know that it will take around 30 auto battles to get the rare heroes up to level 30. So I know that if I'm doing auto battles and I'm not running 1+4, we can get into that later, why I might not run 1+4. I would not let the auto battles go beyond 30 because then I would just be wasting it. Obviously, if I have auto set to, stop if all of the heroes are at max, then I don't need to worry about it. But the reason that I might not bring 1+4 is that I might bring 1+1+3, which is Soliana, my feeder. That's the first one. Second one is a hero that I actually want to use. So I'm not going to use that one as a feeder. But then I actually bring 3 feeders that I am going to feed away. And the benefit of that, I can also show you later once I've finished preparing these 4, is that the hero that I want to use might be at a higher level or might already have gear. So they would be stronger, they would be more likely to survive, they might have a hand in helping to kill the enemy. And that can make it easier to win a battle on somewhere that is usually difficult to farm. So not Sacred Grove, because like I say, Sacred Grove is a safe place for me to farm, but on a higher level where I could really struggle with bringing uncommons or rares or even, 4 stars at level 1, that's when a hero that is a little bit stronger, that is maybe equipped, even if it's not every equipment at level 15 or whatever, that's when 1+1+3 can really help. So we've had 4 battles or something like this now, and we've won everything so far. And let's see, so this person has an HP of 4,000 something, and I've got my training camps at max level upgraded with gems. It's really worth it to gain something like 4,300 per hour. And I don't like to go in and check my training camps every few minutes, so I try not to have any upgrading time less than 1 hour, which means that I want the HP of these feeders to be at least 4,300 before I stick them in the training camps. So let's see, 4,100. Okay, well, let's say this is good enough, and we'll exit. And let's pop our heroes in the training camps. 1+4 is really nice for the training camps because I can pop them all in and they'll all be done at the same time. For some reason I thought about making cupcakes. That, yeah, you're gonna, when you bake, you don't make it so that everything is done at different times. You put everything in the oven at once so that they're all finished at once. Okay, random analogy over. So now we can look at 1+1+3. And let's go back to Sacred Grove just as an example, and then we can try somewhere harder. I think I do have some people who can go as 3. I always sort my heroes by rank so that I know who needs leveling, and the people who are finished are all together. So I think this team is pretty strong, so I don't need to be doing it in Sacred Grove. I can be doing it somewhere riskier, like Tenebris. So I do Tenebris level 1. Soliana, like we saw before, has a crit rate of 100, so she'll still crit against red. And these blues will probably survive quite well because the enemy won't target them. Esmeralda, I don't think she has any gear. No, but she is maybe strong. They're actually all pretty strong. So I have confidence that they will survive. And let's just check the speed. So Soliana's speed is 275 and the fastest enemy is 261. So we're still safe. And let's see how it goes. So what's really important here is that just like in Sacred Grove, Soliana is still able to kill all of the enemies with a single hit of her special. And what's kind of even more ideal is if she's actually able to, let's see that again. So that's 25 seconds again, which I think is really nice. Let's see that again. I really like it when Soliana is able to kill the first mob with her tiles, because that means there's one less enemy to worry about who could be attacking and trying to kill the heroes on my team. And Inula is like an excellent hero to level with. I'm not using her as a feeder. I'm actually going to use her. She's an excellent hero to use as a feeder as well, though, because when she puts everyone to sleep, that really helps make the farming more successful. There's a couple of heroes like this who can really boost your own team, especially heroes who give mana when they die. So Inula's Yellow Sister does that, and a couple of people like Stanko, he also does that. Or, you know, you could use Stanko with Floki maybe, because Floki gives a spell shield. So there are different combinations, little tricks that you can use to give your team a little bit of a boost. It's not really necessary, but it's something like a nice to have. And let's just finish this level 36 because I like it that I like to complete a level with the farming on the feeders so that I can really put them in the training camp as long as possible. And for the ones at the higher levels, I really like to put them into the training camps overnight. So anything like 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours is great for putting in overnight. Once it gets to something like 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours, I'm probably going to break it down into 2 nights, or I'll even do it during the day if I'm really impatient and I just want it over and done with. So we're seeing this one was even 16 seconds. Look how fast that was. This is really why I love Soliana so much. And for a long time, she was really my favorite hero because she's basically the secret to my success. There are a couple of other heroes that gain mana. So I use Sif as well, and she gains mana not at the start of the wave, but when she kills an enemy. And I know someone like Elrena also gains a little bit of mana when she kills an enemy. And I think Altan, the new Far East Hawk lady, Falconer, whatever, also gains a little bit of mana when she kills someone. So I've leveled up on these 3. Let's not worry about Esmeralda because she's just 1. So that's nice. And these 3 will be ready to put into the training camp when I want to put them there. They're 4 stars, and well, with level 37, they are ready for the training camps. So this is going to be over an hour of time in the training camp. That's very acceptable to me. And let's just check back on our babies. So these ones are still progressing along. Let's see if I have other people I could put in there. Yes, I have these people at 14, so they're all together. I have the 3 that we just worked on. Ketra is a bit of a oddball because I was feeding her dummies for the daily challenge event. But you see also these people that I can put in: Yastira, Etro, Eladas, Lenora. They're not all at the same level. They're a bit stacked, but that's okay. I'm going to be sleeping, so I don't mind if Yastira takes 1 hour more than Etro. And I can just feed these overnight. They'll just last me a while. And I think that's all that I have. Everyone at 6 stars fully leveled. So there we go. A not so quick video on how to farm, whether it's 1+4 or 1+1+3, and a little bit about how to pick a farming team, and also how to use the training camps in conjunction with farming itself. And there's actually a lot more to talk about in this topic regarding where else that I farm, and how I gear my farmers, even more on how I gear my farmers. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll see you next time.